Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to tonight's conversation interview with the illustrious Miss Hope Vega. We're super excited that you guys have decided to join us. For those of you all who don't know who we are, my name is Lola Oladapo, and this is my twin sister,
Ty Oladapo.
and we are your favorite Airbnb hosts and also the co-founders of Urbanity Lush, which is a curated community for culture connoisseurs, travelers, and lovers of all things hospitality. So we're here with our girl Hope Vega from Get Potluck, which is an ethics tool. Hey, girl. Happy to have her here with us. We're going to get all up into her travel business. But before we dive into the questions for this evening, we just wanted to let the audience know why Hope is here. So Hope is actually our brand partner for a uniquely curated experience that we have coming up September 29th at the BPHL Festival. We are super excited. BPHL is an annual festival that started 3 years ago, so it's fairly young, but it's a star-studded event. It has amazing. I think last year they had Pitbull come out. They had Issa Rae
as one of the top guest speakers.
Yes.
Yep.
So this year they're supposed to have Don Lemon and I think Eve is supposed to come through. So
Nice.
we've been chosen as a what they call content curator. So we've curated this unique experience called the Stop Asian Hate Cookie Experience and Contest. So we have Miss Jasmine Cho coming out. She's a renowned cookie activist and artist, portrait artist, and she's going to be coming out and engaging us and leading the audience in a cookie making portrait class. And then we're going to have a contest. And then the winning cookie is going to be sold at one of our local restaurants here. So if you want to learn more about that, you can head over to bphlfest.com. Just FYI, our tickets don't go on sale until next week, so just save the date. So that being said, let's get into it with Miss Hope Vega. So again, thank you, Hope, for joining us for this conversation. So can you
Thank
just
you
kind
for having me.
of yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and after you introduce yourself, I'll ask you the opening question.
Okay, cool. So my name's Hope. I'm a co-founder of Get Potluck LLC, and we basically focus on making ethnic groceries more accessible to all people. Yeah, that's basically it.
Awesome. I love it, love it. So as a hospitality brand, we love promoting ourselves, like promoting warm, welcoming hospitality. We love creating these amazing experiences so that people can feel when they come into our home, they feel welcome. They feel like they can just kind of be their authentic selves. And we really pride ourselves in create just making sure that people leave our home having these amazing hospitality experiences. So my first question for you, Hope, is when was a time that you experienced the best hospitality?
Um, so I was actually a part of a program in high school where we went to Europe, and in Italy I was in a homestay program. So I actually was able to stay with a local family. The parents both spoke Italian, and I obviously didn't at the time. Yeah, but their daughter was the same age as me, which is actually how I got placed there. And it was awesome. They took me out shopping. We ate home cooked meals every night, and they were just really welcoming and friendly. So yeah, that was awesome.
Yes,
Wow,
I will
okay.
say that the Italians, they have the best hospitality. Like we've had several hospitality,
Yeah.
we've had several Italians in our home, and their hospitality, they've extended a lot of hospitality to us. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
say?
they're even though they were the guests, they were still kind of like trying to feed
Yeah.
us and
Yeah, I feel like the mentality is like everybody's family, Like,
Yes, very much so. Very much. We actually have one staying with us tonight. Actually, he's from I can't remember the name of his city,
he
but
keeps telling me the city. I
yeah,
can't
we
pronounce
can't
it.
pronounce it, but he's from Italy, and his name is Luca, and he's here. He's studying the piano, so we get to enjoy this wonderful music that he plays during the evenings.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we love our Italian guests. Okay, so tell us about speaking of culture, tell us about your culture story. Like where are you from, and what do you love most about your culture?
yeah, so I'm Puerto Rican. My mom actually was raised there. My dad wasn't, but like they call New York Little Puerto Rico, so it's like the same thing. But yeah, so my mom was raised there, and I really love the food, especially my mom's cooking. I love it. But I think my favorite is salsa music and salsa dancing. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. And I know there's a lot of events in Philly where people like salsa dance outside.
Yes.
Just to see the moves that people have, it's just awesome. So,
Have you gone salsa dancing yet?
I have. I did it in Hawaii actually for the first time. Yeah, my uncle plays the bongo, so we were out there trying to dance. Just because, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I can't get those salsa moves down yet, but
Yeah.
So I'm a salsa. I'm not, an expert, but I consider myself a miniature salsa head.
Yeah.
What you're sharing reminds me of before the pandemic. They did have a lot of pop-ups at the art museum on the steps area. They had in University City a few pop-ups at the there, I think I forget what the restaurant is called, but it's right in the center of UPenn's campus. They would give lessons, and then you could dance for a couple of hours. And I remember going with a group of girlfriends, and we just enjoyed ourselves.
It's so much fun.
Yes, it's great exercise, and it's a great way to meet people and just have fun. Yes, absolutely. So that I'm going to ask you a question about. I'm going to actually pull up an image here.
yes,
and
you're gonna tell us all about it.
Let's make sure we get the right image. Okay. So it's going to be on the small screen for us just a little bit. Okay. All right. So this is the image that we're looking at, Hope. And I want you to tell us about this moment. Where were you? What were you doing?
You look like you having a lot of fun.
What was going on for you in this moment? Talk to us.
Yeah. So I studied abroad, which is not really abroad, in Hawaii for a nutrition and culture class. It says me and about, I think, 11 other girls and our professor. And this was actually taken in Maui at Haleakala, I think is how you pronounce it, Haleakala Crater.
Haleakala Crater.
Yeah. So it's a dormant volcano. They say it could erupt at any time. I don't know why they allow people to go up there, but
yeah, you gotta be careful these days.
Right. Everything is waking up nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a dormant volcano, and we climbed, I don't even know how long it was, definitely over an hour to get up there. And from the top, you can see, like, behind me, there's that big crater, and that's what everybody comes to see. Wow. So that was from the destruction of the volcano whenever it last erupted. But yeah, we were all taking pictures, trying to climb on the rocks, trying to get as high as possible without falling, to try to take pictures and get that awesome view, which Hawaii has plenty of awesome views. It's so beautiful over there. But yeah.
Wow. You have to be pretty adventurous to climb a volcano mountain.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And that's,
go ahead.
I was going to just say that's a great segue into our next question for you is, what is your travel love language? Do you know that there are travel love languages? And if you do you know which one you might be?
Did you want to kind of explain what they are?
Yeah.
Well,
you know what's
okay.
Well, I'm going to give a very bootleg, list and examples. But from what I've done from my little research, I've learned that there's I think there's 5, but I'm gonna cite 4 of the ones I found. So there's the adventurer. That's someone who loves to climb volcanoes. there's the luxury, the person who just loves to go and be in luxurious places like Hawaii. I would definitely consider Hawaii very
yeah.
And then the learner, someone who travels abroad to really study the culture and the language and the norms. And then the vacationer, that's just someone who just likes to go chill out on the beach. That's me. But yeah, you sound like it might be a combination. But which one do you
think out of all of those, probably the adventurer.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So you would go to another volcano. You would climb another volcano.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So, I know I probably won't be traveling with you, but okay, fine.
Yeah, so that makes me think about so you have a certain travel language, and I'm sure you've done a lot of traveling. I want you to tell a time where you went with someone with a different travel language, and how did that turn out? So you're the adventurer. Maybe you went with someone who's a vacationer or the learner, or maybe the luxury. They're not trying to get dirty and
Yeah.
Mount Everest. So, would you climb Mount Everest? Quick question: would you climb Mount Everest?
I think I would. I think it'll take me a while, but
oh God. Yeah, you were definitely an adventurer.
Okay, so I think when you were describing them, the one that I particularly like the least is the learner.
Really?
Yeah, I think about like my dad, and we went on a cruise, and it stopped at Puerto Rico. Everybody just wanted to like chill and relax. It was like me, my godmother, my mom, my dad, my sisters. It was a lot of family. We all wanted to relax and get food, because I think food is also my language, if that's one. But we all wanted to relax, and he took us on this long journey for this outdoor museum, and it was so incredibly hot, and we were just learning all this stuff, but like none of it was processing because we were all just hot and hungry. So I think about that time, but at the end we did get a lot of great pictures out of it, and a lot of like historical, buildings, and we learned a lot about Puerto Rico, and I kind of am excited that we did that, and I'm really happy we did that. So I think he pushed us out of our box, and it was good in that way. But yeah, I think the learner is where I struggle a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said that you're not a learner, because you've gone on these, international trips where you've been, a cross-cultural student.
Yeah.
You travel to Italy, but yet you feel like you don't like traveling.
I think it's just like excursions more. Like if we're like getting out there and doing things, then
I hear you. That makes
a lot better. Yeah.
We're having some technical issues here, so just bear with us. We're trying to pull. There you go. Awesome.
So I'll just click it on.
Okay. All righty. All right. So we learned that you are an adventurer, so you will be climbing Mount Everest one day. Okay. So now that we've, kind of just learned about your travel palette, can you tell us a little bit more about, Get Potluck, the brand story, the mission and vision, and why you started it?
Yeah, of course. So Get Potluck started in, I want to say 2019. And we were in a summer program called Summer Founders, where at the University of Delaware, where we had to basically come up with a business concept over the course of the summer. And we started just by, interviewing the people who were around us. So we would walk up to strangers on the street and like kind of ask them, what are some of the biggest problems you're facing? Learn more about them. And for a while, we had no idea what we were working towards. We were just interviewing customers. But we found a common strand, and we found that we were interviewing a lot of international students, and that we actually loved talking to them and loved learning about their culture. And those were the most natural conversations we were having. So if we were going to start a business, we wanted it to be something natural for us, and something we enjoyed. So we went back to those same people and talked to them and learned more about their problems, and realized everybody brought up the issue of accessing foods that they know and love from home. In different ways. Some of it was hot food. Some of it was, this certain snack that I love and I can't find it anywhere. So we worked towards solving that issue, and we became a grocery delivery service for ethnic groceries and snacks. And now we kind of expanded, and we have cultural boxes, but the mission at the end of the day is just to make those ethnic foods more accessible to anybody who wants them. So whether you're from that ethnicity or not, we're just trying to make them more accessible.
Wow, I love it. I love it. You want to say something?
I have a question that is kind of like a spontaneous question. I'm curious, when you first started, was there a certain ethnic group where you were seeing more demand for that particular food, and how has the demand grown, if that makes sense?
Oh yeah, 100%. So in the beginning, it was mostly Chinese and Indian international students, primarily that grad student population. They were on campus during the summer and they couldn't access the foods that they knew and loved. So we really just wanted to help them out. Our first 2 partner stores was actually one Chinese store and one Indian store. And we saw that with Indian students, it was more like groceries and like produce, a lot of produce that you couldn't find in like ShopRite. Yeah. And with the Chinese students, it was more snacks and kind of quick things like drinks and snacks and stuff like that. So it was really interesting. We learned a lot about all these different types of foods.
Yeah, it makes me think that, looking at their demand kind of gives you a snapshot as to what that particular demographic is excited about eating.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when you think about Chinese and you think of the little snacks, I think of the times I've been in the grocery store and you have that area, that section in the store, and you do see a lot of snacky foods.
Yeah.
Another group, you see more produce or more pasta. So.
And I love that idea that you're opening up to anybody who is interested in trying, ethnic foods, because I know for me, my sister and I, we both love to eat ethnic foods and try different foods from around the world. So I love the idea that it's accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
And I think, when you have a brand like yours, particularly for international students who are traveling away from home and they may be feeling a little bit of loneliness and homesickness, being able to access a food or a snack that reminds them of their place in the world, I think that's so comforting for them.
And a mark of hospitality.
Yes.
Because it's like you're feel welcome.
Yes.
Okay, right? Without even knowing it, right? I love that.
Yes.
Awesome. So I do have another question for you. I want to know what made you partner with Urbanity Lush? What was it that said, yeah, I think I want to collaborate with that group?
Oh yeah, of course. So
sorry, awkward.
Yeah.
Those people. Those girls.
Yeah, no. So I met Lola first before I met Ty, and just hearing about, I think at the time it was more a vision, like COVID. We were in the midst of COVID, so like who knew what was happening, So just hearing about what you guys were doing pre-COVID with hosting and making Airbnb something more than what, the platform intends it to be. You could have just like not cared, had people show up at your house. Hi, okay, whatever. But you guys are making it so much more than that. And Lola just shared such a care about the mission for sharing cultures and sharing cultures through talking, food, anything, in any way possible. So I really felt that we connected mission-wise. And then, of course, once I was working with both of you, of course, I wanted to continue. The idea just like grew so much. Mm-hmm. I would have never thought that we would be doing cookie activism. Like that's just the idea has just grown so much, and I feel like everybody on our little team, including Jasmine and everyone, has been so supportive and creative, and it's the perfect team for GetPotluck to partner with.
Awesome. We love it.
So what are you looking forward to with regards to our experience, the Stop Asian Hate Cookie Experience and Contest?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this question for a while. I was like, but I'm looking forward to, like, on the fun side, just seeing everybody's decorations and seeing what they come up with the limited colors or whatever the, criteria ends up being. I'm just excited to see what people come up with. And I'm also really looking forward to hearing Jasmine talk and, sharing that cultural aspect of everything. But at the end, after the event, I'm really looking forward to handing our check over to Asian Americans Unite.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. So it's awesome that we're doing that.
Yeah, it is a lot about this event we could get excited about. It's going to be a really rich experience. We're going to have Jasmine Cho come in and kind of set the stage by sharing stories about what prominent Asian personalities, and then kind of unpacking that in a portrait cookie.
Yes.
And then we were going to invite our guests who are in person and those who might be streaming to design their own cookies, right? And then what else are we going to be doing?
So then after that, we're just going to have everyone vote. They're going to vote by the cookie that has the most likes is going to win. And they will be featured in the restaurant at the restaurant school here in West Philadelphia. They're going to be sold in their pastry shop. Again, if you want more details for that, you can head over to bphlfestival.com. Our event does not officially open. The tickets for the event doesn't officially open until next week. We have about 25 spots for that. So make sure you mark your calendar, and we'll definitely be blowing up our social media to let you guys know when to head over. My sister's pulling up the flyer for you guys right now, so you guys can take a quick pic, or you can head over to our social media platform, Urbanity Lush, on Facebook and IG, and look up the information there. And so Miss Jasmine, I'm sorry, I knew I was going to say that. You favor a little bit. So, do you have anything that you want to say to our guests, or anything that you want to invite the guests to do? Just any special words?
Yeah, definitely sign up for the event. And you can find us on social media through Urbanity Lush, or I think it's on that flyer too, at GetPotluck-an. That's our Instagram. We will be still promoting our cultural experience boxes. We're kind of putting a halt on the groceries for now. We just moved. But we will be promoting our cultural experience boxes. So if you're interested in that, or if you have a specific culture you'd like to see, please let us know on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hope, for joining us for this conversation.
Thank you.
As much fun as we have had, just asking you and all these questions, get into your travel business, as we like to say.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me, and I'm so excited to see this partnership all the way through, and hopefully all those 25 spots are filled.
Yes, they will be.
People stream it too.
Yes.
So again, where can they sign up for the event?
bphlfest.com.
Okay, and it's on the 29th of September from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be at 990 Spring Garden Street. So we're all super excited.
All right. Good night, everyone. Make sure you comment, like, and share this all around the world.
Awesome.
Bye, beautiful people.
Good night.